Welcome back to the channel. This week I go on my own solo trip, climb to the top of Durham Cathedral, and do I need a defibrillator, and generally enjoy the peace and quiet of being on my own and exploring close to home to save fuel. Let's get on with it. So all set up here on our CL, so I'm away on the weekend on my own. I'm actually getting the ability to get away. The girls have got dancing and then they've got a party, and I said to Lucy, can I take just me and the caravan away if you can't come? And she said yes. So we came to a CL. It's about 30 minutes away from where we are, or where we live, sorry. And that just saves a little bit of diesel. On the way down, what I try to do as well is I just, I kind of put the car at 56 and more or less stayed in that lane from time to time. That's made it a lot easier. So as you can probably see, my hay fever's going wild again. So comment below, hay fever affecting you at this time of year, particularly when it's windy. So today it's been beautifully and sunny, but it's also a little bit windy. But the views, lovely view out of this window here, and then out of this window here, where the car's parked, it's also a great view. In the distance, you can even see Amazon, so you might even get a sunset over Amazon. So here's a little tip for you if you've got hay fever and you're away like we are and your eyes don't want to calm down. I'll show you. Right, one of the best things you can do when you're in this situation is to have a shower, because it washes all of the pollen away from your face. So when the wipes are quite good as well, gets it all out of your hair and just allows your eyes to recover a bit. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but a really good tip for you. And on a hot night like tonight, ideal to cool you down. You dirty nothings, I'll catch you in a bit. So out of the shower, and my eyes still haven't really recovered. It normally works quite well, that trick, but it didn't on this occasion. So I had to do a quick dash to Asda to buy more drugs. Another 20 quid lashed out on those. So hopefully they'll do the job. So it's now time to raid the tree cupboard. If you watch the amazing camper vibe with Lou and Emily, you'll know that Emily's called the snack bandit. So we're going to see what's in the cupboard for me. We call it a tree cupboard our way. Let's have a look. Really? Is that it? Yep, so because I'm being good, there's a couple of apples, an orange, and a bag of rice. Hip, dip, magazoo, it actually is you. Well, apple time it is. Got to keep the weight off. Really looking forward to tomorrow. I've never been to the thing that we're going to go to tomorrow, so let's see exactly what it's like. So since I'm on my own, I get my choice of film, and tonight we're going to watch, well, guess what is that? So we'll see you in the morning. Look at the view and the beautiful breakfast. But wait there, we're missing something. Now, do you think it'll be red sauce or brown sauce? Comment below, what's your favourite sauce in your breakfast? Are you a red person or a brown person, or none at all? Red for me. Good morning here, I've woken up. I had a bit of breakfast, been off the show, but I'm super excited to take you with us on the journey that is to see something that I've never seen before. It's a big, massive event up here in the northeast, normally associated with the big trade unions and things, and I didn't even know it was on. So we're going to have a look at that today to take you with us, but just look at the view. Hay bales, it's more or less idyllic, isn't it, really, on the far side. And if you want, like I said, you can see the big Amazon over there. So it's just a time to get out and about, and we're actually the only person left in the field today. So let's take you out and see what we see. Well, I'm looking around, I'm seeing the mess that's in this caravan, and I need to get it sorted, because I'm the one that normally whinges about how messy it is in here. So let's kind of get that sorted before we can even go out and have a great day at a place I've never been and a huge event to look at. This is a completely off-grid CL, so it's £12 a night. We don't have the electric, we've got the jackery out. And it's currently pulling, I've just walked in front of it, about 60 I think it is. 57, 59, 61 there you go, even more. Keep going, 63. So obviously using that to charge the jackery, just so that I've got a 240 volt power, because actually what we've decided to do is we don't even bring the TV anymore. We're just now instead taking the laptop and we're using the laptop as a sort of second TV, and it also allows me to edit videos to show you what we're doing. What a glorious day. Hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. So just a couple of miles up the road is the park and ride. It's kind of north, a couple of miles up the A167, and then you get to here, which is the park and ride. Just to be aware that obviously it is, you have to pay for the ride in order to get the parking for free. So you can't park here and then walk in unless you pay for a ticket. So either way you've got to pay for a ticket. I was thinking about walking into the place we're going to, just to make it a bit easier and get me some exercise, but I think I might do that on the way back. But there's a really busy event today on the city that we're going to, and it's still got plenty of space. If you've got a camper van or a motorhome, you probably could fit it into some of the space of the smaller one. I don't know what the rules are if you've got a big tag axle or something that would go over the size. But there are a few spaces around the outside. We'd have a little bit of grass, so let's go catch a bus. So we've arrived at our destination, and the destination this week is Durham City, because this is where the Miners' Gala is held, which is now the kind of big meeting, because it has other things on rather than just miners. It also has things like other trade unions, particularly at the moment where a lot of people unfortunately have the cost of living, but unfortunately a lot of the companies and the government, for various reasons, they understand why, and not giving many pay rises. So we're going to have a look at that, and it's really interesting because I've never been before, even though I only live 20 minutes away from Durham. Very rarely come into the town or the city centre itself. So let's take you and have a look. So even though we're being good, got some supplies for later on. Got to, haven't you? Get some supplies. But how beautiful is Durham? You kind of forget, even though I live quite close, how beautiful some things are that are straight on your doorstep. So you've got the castle up there and the big cathedral. So parts of Harry Potter were actually filmed at the cathedral as part of the kind of show here, and you've even got the beautiful River Weir that runs all the way through to my beautiful Sunderland. Just at the bank here we have the Durham Miners' Gala, sometimes called the Big Meet as well, and which returned for the first time in about 3 years from 2022. So it's been cancelled in 2021 and 2020 for the pandemic. This is hosted by the Durham Miners Association and has been since 1871. Why we came here, you can hear me because it's very loud where we are. The Durham Miners' Gala there, going past lots of reunions as well, but some of the colours will show you. Mega. I mean, the place is absolutely buzzing. You kind of get a tingle. You see, the amount of people that came here at the march. That happens every year. There'll be generation after generation of people who come and do this march for the people that they've loved and their families, but also the big mines. What you probably don't know, in Durham and in County Durham, is an incredibly large mining community and has been for years. Amazing. There's Shotton Lodge, not far away from where we are. Yeah, the banners are absolutely spectacular. Now the miners' procession obviously has lots of people from the mining community, and County Durham was very kind of famous for those lots of mining communities which also lost their jobs over time due to kind of previous governments, and it's a kind of time to celebrate what we're doing, but also to appreciate the fact that this year it was to do with the people working in the pandemic, people like the NHS, teachers, people working in shops, other people who'd help support us even when a lot of us were still at home. The Durham Miners' Gala also has lots of bands, brass bands and all sorts of bands playing. Here's a short glimpse of what it was like at the Gala. You can't beat them, join them. Atmosphere's electric. came out the Melly for a little bit. It's amazing, but it was absolutely packed. The further you got down, you just couldn't walk. Because they had the thing signed off, which is what you expect. Look at the buildings here. So I'm just kind of going to take you somewhere different, and I'll just try to find another route round to circumnavigate the route that we were on, to try and get you to another place to take you. So come on. Just walking through the middle of Durham kind of city, and along the banks here of the River Wear, you've got this amazing like foresty park bit. So we're just following this down to see where it takes us, and hopefully it takes us to the right direction. But it is just gorgeous. It's like a beautiful sort of like forest. I don't know if you can see that, I'll show you up there. But it's a really great location. You can just walk along the river, really peaceful and quiet. You wouldn't know that you were in the middle of a city if you couldn't every so often hear the faint distance of cars. But yeah, this is an absolutely stunning location. If you're in Durham, try and walk along the River Wear, get a bit of tranquility, and you'll think you're in the countryside even though you are right in the middle of the city.
Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, the sky is falling.
So I managed to bypass the crowds by walking on the other side of the river and then crossing the bridge. So we're going to now take you to a place which is where Harry Potter, or part of Harry Potter, was set in the original first couple of films. This place is magnificent to look at. This here is the beautiful and gorgeous Durham Cathedral. This is an Anglican cathedral, obviously in the city of Durham. You've got several parts to this. You've got the main kind of part of the church which goes all the way down, and then behind the actual main altar you also have some side altars. On top of this, it has beautiful architecture inside and some amazing good looking stained glass windows around it. While I was there, I decided I would look and go up to the top of the church, which was a bit of a trek, and found that yes, there's a reason there's a defibrillator half the way up, but do I make it to the top, and what are the views like? When there's a sign saying that you need to be fit, and there's 325 steps, I think that's what it said, to the top of the cathedral, then yeah, there actually are. Blimey. I've got the steel to even be more of them. Look. Oh, there's more steps. Get a bit narrow up here, obviously. It's not quite as wide as it was before. So whether this includes the 325 steps or this is on top of. Oh, I can see why they've got one of them here. I'm not good. Views are pretty special though. But there's more steps. Oh my lord. It's definitely not getting any better. There's even more steps coming. You think it seems to go up to heaven or the top of the giant beanstalk. It seems to go on and on and on. That's why you climb to the top of views like that. See for miles. So the main name of Durham Cathedral, which is full name, is the Cathedral Church of Christ, Blessed Mary the Virgin and St Cuthbert of Durham. It's also the home and the shrine of St Cuthbert, where he's buried just behind the main altar. Durham Cathedral was originally started the kind of part we got now in 1093, and then that was to replace the white church, and over time they've obviously added more and more things to it. So 650 steps done. I can't even do that. 650 steps up was the top of there. And this bit here, which you might recognise, as I said, was used for part of the Harry Potter movies in the first couple, I think, as the main courtyard at Hogwarts. But yeah, just been up there before, and that was quite a trek. So been back in the caravan for about 2 hours or so, just having a bit of a chill, having a bit of a relax, because it was mega hot. It's still absolutely boiling here. You can probably see the views across there, and it's absolutely roasting. We've got the jackery plugged in, and that's been charged, and we did charge it a little bit. I think we got 20% when we got here. It was down to 15 this morning when we'd used the things, and it's currently on 68%, and we're using it to obviously have the electric in, but we're also powering the batteries, and we're powering my phone to get it charged up. So the jackery for us is an absolute game changer. I know we got it for free and all that kind of stuff, and that's why we mentioned it, but for us it just means we can get away, and I'm not really worried about not having electric, particularly this time of year when the weather's so beautiful and glorious. So I'm going to go somewhere else now, because I've had a bit of a chillax and a relax. Yeah, chillax and a relax. We're going to go out to get something to eat. But what are we going to get to eat? It is a beautiful day, that's all I will say. Well, see you when we get there. So we came to Spennymoor at a place called the Sweet Rose, which is like amazing ice cream department. So I've got myself this. We're being good, but that's absolutely going to blow the diet this weekend. But it's my birthday on Wednesday, so I might as well treat myself. And a bit of iron brew, not iron brew New Year's again, but listen, it smells gorgeous.